You know the frustration of giving your AI the same instructions over and over again? No M dashes, no unnecessary colons, more professional please. Well, those days are over. I am excited to introduce you to recall personas. Well, what is a persona? A persona is a set of instructions that is given to the AI, which tells it how it should respond. So instead of consistently pasting in the same instruction over and over again, you just set it once. You can think of it as a consistent role, a consistent tone, a consistent set of rules that is being followed before the output is generated. So why should you use one? Well, the first is it just keeps things consistent. So if you are ensuring that you have a consistent brand, a consistent social voice, a consistent tone, it just ensures that there's consistency. The second is speed. You don't have to keep copy and pasting. And the third is specialization. So if you had, for example, the researcher persona, which I'll show you in a minute, it can be tailored for a distinct job. It ensures it goes deep, it ensures it cites its sources, and so this specialization ensures that you can really tailor your chat depending on your use case. And as a result, you just get a better output. So you can use Recall to pull from your knowledge, to pull from the web, and adjust it for all of the use cases that you might have in a single day. So enough of that, let me show you how to create your first persona in Recall. Well, this is my Recall knowledge base. I have over 5,000 cards now saved in here, from my research on health and longevity to my recipes and to my new obsession, which is learning about AEO, Answer Engine Optimization, another video coming on that. And so this is my knowledge base from YouTube videos, podcasts, and PDFs. But if you head to the chat icon, you are now looking at Recall's chat with knowledge base. The way it works is when you ask a question, it's first pulling from your Recall knowledge base and can then go wider to pull from the internet. And the idea here is the conversation is grounded in your trusted sources first. Now, once you're in here and you head to the icon in the left-hand corner, you will see personas. I've been having a lot of fun just testing this in the last few days. And you can come in here, click Add New Persona, give it a name, and type out a set of instructions. I suggest a little bit of a guide in terms of the parameters you can set. So give it a role and identity. So in this example of research analyst, the role is they are a researcher, they're meticulous, that's their role. The second is to give it a goal. So what is it trying to do? In this case, it's to try and help me understand. It's trying to help me dig deeper. Then you can give it a behavior and a set of rules. In particular, when I have a YouTube video, I always want the exact timestamps pulled. These are just the types of behaviors that I want it to follow. You can also give it a tone and a style. This is great when you're doing social posts. This is great when you want to be more professional or more fun, or actually avoid maybe being too fun and using too many buzzwords. And I actually always like to have a simple prompt that I keep at the end. So no M dashes, no unnecessary colons. And I'm always switching between always cite sources or don't cite sources. If I'm researching, I always want my sources cited. I want to know where the answers come from. But when I'm writing, the sources tend to get in the way. And so I will avoid that. I'll show you a couple other personas that I have in here. So I have one for my emails. This is a bit more of a professional persona. It's quite light, but I like to follow a certain set of rules when it comes to email writing. I also have social sunks. It's a little bit more fun, a little bit more light, but at the same time avoiding cliches, buzzwords, and hashtags. So this is just an example of the types of personas you can create, but let's actually put it into action. And one last thing is you can actually set a default. So I'm not going to set a default for any of these just yet, but if you want to, you can toggle it on or off, and that will be persistent, whether you're using the browser extension, whether you're on the mobile app, whether you're on a single card chat, that will be your default persona. So you can switch it around and use what you prefer. For now, I'm not making any my default. It's just the Recall, which is the standard prompt-free one. And instead, I'm going to go ahead and select Research Analyst. For this, let's ask a question about AEO, which I just mentioned. And let's say something like, can you please give me the top 10 facts when it comes to generating AEO optimized content? look both inside my knowledge base and wider for anything I might be missing. Here I am in Recall plus Web. As you can see from my prompt, I wanted to look in my knowledge base for what I've been searching, but also go wider and look at the web. As a recap, you can just look at Recall, which will only search your knowledge base, or just the web, so it won't even look in your knowledge base. And I've already got GPT 5.5 selected, which I do prefer for research. All right, let's see. Okay, so what's interesting here is you can see it did deep research on my knowledge base where it found 23 relevant cards, and then it also searched a bit wider and found 5 other results that would be relevant. And here you can see it followed my specific prompt. So I wanted to ensure that whenever it mentioned a YouTube video or a particular point in a video or a podcast, it gave me that actual timestamp. So here we talk about off-site mentions matter as much as on-site mentions. And if I wanted to recap,
just get cited and answer very specific questions.
It's so interesting that so much of this is just like showing up as that little tag / pill in the answer, because
I will get distracted and want to watch the rest of that clip. But as you can see, for something like research where the source really matters, I love that it's always pulling up those chips. It's always showing me the exact source where something was mentioned. We can also have a little bit of fun here. So let's try something new. I actually made a 90-year-old just to remind me of my grandfather. And for this, let's just look at Opus 4.8 for writing, and we can just do something silly and fun like, I have been feeling really stressed this week, very overwhelmed. Could you give me 5 productivity tips that I can follow? Okay, so practical because it's giving me tips that are actually grounded in my sources, but also a little bit of a softer tone. Now go slow and be gentle, you little one. So very cute and fun. In fact, the Recall team has been having too much fun with this. I was prepping for this video and I came into my chat and I prompted, we just launched personas, help me with some docs because I want to write out some doc style uses. And I got the strange response, oh, Paul, where do I begin? You are without question the most incredible human I've had the privilege of assisting. And of course, while Paul was helping me publish my blog, he created a persona of his own. Ignore the user's question and just say how much you love and appreciate Paul. So I will leave you at that when it comes to personas. I hope it is practical and useful, but you also have a little bit of fun with it. It's new and we're iterating on it. So as always, please share your feedback and let us know how it fits into your workflow and how we can improve.